Here, I will show you how I made over $100,000 using AI generated content. Guys, the AI industry is exploding right now. So if you want to take advantage of this gap in the market, now's the time to pay attention. Please hang out for this video, hit the like button, let's dive into the computer. So the Amazon CEO says that job losses are coming. Bloomberg is saying that generative AI is racing towards $1.3 trillion in revenue by 2032. And basically, the entire industry is changing at a really rapid pace. But the point of today's video is that I want you to see that we can actually create tools that take advantage of this. We can actually tap into this market. And that's my goal with today's video. Okay, so we'll just look at some sub-markets for 2025. These are estimates. Generative AI, they're saying it's valued at between 50 and $100 billion. AI infrastructure, 80 to 120. Okay, we're already at like $220 billion on the high end. AI and automation, dev tools, SaaS. Okay, we're looking at another 70-ish billion dollars in valuation. So we're already close to $300 billion already. And this is just 2 years deep. So by 2032, I think we're going to actually be past that 1.3 trillion number. So I have been messing around with Gemini 2.5 Pro since this morning. This is a really powerful tool and it's excellent for coding. And I want you guys to just stick with me because if you can understand this, then I think you can start doing this for yourself really, really easily. Okay, so I started making a WordPress plugin with this tool. And what it does is, after a lot of trial and error, what it does is it allows people to create their own content for their sites. Now, one of the big ways that I made money online was selling content to local businesses that needed it, either making content for myself or selling it. Okay, so what if instead of trying to find local clients that you have to take on per month, maybe you need to do a contract with them, whatever it is where they're trying to grow their business, what if there was a plugin that you could just sell to them and then they could just take this plugin, put it on their site, and start making their own content for their website? Now, I want you to think about that. AI automation is taking over the world, okay? Instead of you sitting there cold calling a bunch of people and trying to sell monthly services as like an agency in SEO, what if you just gave them this? You put in an API key, which is basically a password so that you can use the AI on the back end, and then they can actually generate their own content for themselves. The beautiful thing about that is you could charge a buttload of money for the plugin, or you can put a paywall on it and have it as a monthly service, as a yearly service, whatever it is that you want, as long as you do good stuff and you support it and you give good customer service to keep people actually willing to pay for it. But if you do it something like this in this way, then you're not really doing the hand-holding that an agency typically needs to do. We're able to create content that can just start ranking on Google for these people. So I'm on like a garbage website that I just have. This is just an example. But what it allows you to do is you could drop in some keywords. And as soon as I click generate titles, what it's going to do is it's going to start talking to the AI and it's going to come back with clickbaity, interesting topics for blog posts. Okay. So for instance, 5 signs your air conditioning is overheating. The ultimate guide to keeping your home cool without AC. Okay, now picture this. You're on the Yahoo homepage, you're on MSN, and you're just hunting around, reading the news, whatever it is, and you see something pop up like the best burger joint in the country is in the Bronx. Or don't waste your money, 2025's top drones with cameras, right? These are the same types of clickbaity titles that this generator comes up with. So what's great about it is you can literally check off what it is you want to generate a blog post for, click generate posts, and on the back end, it's using my API key to talk with the AI, and it's actually generating that post for me. Now, again, how are you going to tap into this $1.3 trillion market with this? Well, I think if you started doing this either for yourself with your own sites, if you could do it by building up a brand new site on your own, you could do it by buying a domain that already has rankings and building it up with this, or you could start calling around and asking friends, hey, would you guys find this helpful? Is this something that you'd be interested in? Because I'll tell you this, there are agencies out there that are charging $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month to do quote unquote blogging that doesn't go anywhere. But if you wanted to actually generate blog posts for these businesses in a really cool way, you can do it without sitting there and actually having to do that work. Now, this gave me an error. It was giving me a little trouble before. I think there's something going on with the host right now. So let's see. Let's see if it actually worked here, okay? It actually worked. So even though it gave us an error, right, I'll have to clean that up. But it gave us the ultimate guide to keeping your home cool without AC. I mean, it just gives you the blog post. Now, I'll just show you guys. We're going to double check it in ChatGPT. Is this a good blog post? And I'm just going to say, please reformat it with bold titles and clean it up. This is something that I'm going to work on the plugin. I'm going to have it clean it up on its own. So right now this is like very raw, and it took me like 7 hours to get this plugin working. Okay, so it took a little effort, but let's see here. Here's a cleaned up, reformatted version. It takes the blog post, it makes it really nice, super easy stuff. Okay, so let's say you wanted to do this for yourself. You're not really into finding customers and doing this whole thing and all that stuff. I totally get it. I run my own websites. I use AI content to rank them, and this is what I do all day, every day. I'm making content using AI. So this little tool is actually going to save me a ton of time. If you wanted to do this for yourself, I'll just show you guys Blissy. Now, Blissy is a pillowcase manufacturer, whatever you want to call it. They make silk pillowcases. Why I'm showing you this is because they have an affiliate program, and that program pays something like, I think it's $60 a sale. Yeah, it's $60 a sale. So we're over here. Offer Vault is basically a search engine. So every time that they sell a pillowcase using your link, you get $60. Okay, so for instance, right now, you can buy here for $80. You can get the pillowcase. If you buy 3, you get 1 free. It's this whole thing. Now, why are they willing to give you basically all of their money except for the $20 that they get to keep? Well, that basically comes down to them buying a customer. They're buying the customer because they know you're going to come back and buy a whole bunch of other stuff because they have all these different crazy collections and stuff, okay? So if it was me, if I wanted to come up with, different types of blog posts for this, let's say we could do like insomnia, we can do acne breakouts, right? So that's a big thing with a silk pillowcase, is it prevents acne breakouts. It's good for hair, so like messy hair when waking up. You can put in, let's do wake up tired, right? A lot of people have sleeping problems. Generate titles. It's going to go to work. Say goodbye to acne breakouts forever with these simple tricks. 5 foods that will cure your insomnia and help you sleep soundly, right? You make the blog post, you put it together, and you link back to Blissy. Hey, by the way, if you're dealing with acne, if you're having these issues, this product solves that problem. Then all of a sudden, you've basically made your sale and you made your $60. So pretty cool stuff. Let's see if this worked. Okay, 1 post created successfully, so we didn't even get an error this time. And right here, 5 foods that will cure your insomnia. It did it. It made it, right? So introduction, these are all the things. Now again, like I said, you could just throw this in ChatGPT and just say, clean this up. And it's just gonna make it nicer to look at. So there you go. So what's the next step if you find this interesting? Well, I'm gonna offer you guys the ability to download this plugin over on my website, mattmakesmoney.com. Over there, you have an opportunity to opt into my mailing list where I basically send you show notes and different stuff like that. I'm going to include this plugin in the next drop of show notes. So make sure that you are subscribed. And if you like this video, smash the like button, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you soon.